on the restaurant side of the Halekulani Restaurant and Bakery.
Favorites, and you've got some really nice presentations. A lot of it's seafood based. So we have ahi poke here, for example,
Yeah.
and a beautiful scallop crudo. Ooh, now, and here's the ahi poke. Ooh, look at that.
We happen to be here during restaurant week, so the poke is part of a $39 restaurant week menu. 3 courses,
Yeah,
appetizer, entree with 2 choices.
yeah.
It was a short rib, a braised short rib, or chapino,
Chapino, right?
and dessert of a chocolate Lilikoi bar.
So, sounds pretty good.
$39, that's
Really
pretty
good
good.
deal. Great way to try a new restaurant for an incredibly affordable price.
Yeah, because normally an entree would be about $24 to $36. So with the $39, one of us is getting the restaurant week menu and one of us is not, so we could have other options that were on the menu,
Right.
but not on the restaurant week menu.
The beautiful thing about this place is that it's kind of a bakery and cafe, so they actually have a whole bakery area with amazing breads. I saw this brownie bread, this brownie loaf that looks amazing, but I couldn't resist. I had to buy some. Chunk of butter, of course, but look at this really rustic looking
Yeah,
bread.
they really want to highlight the bread here because of the attachment to the bakery next door.
I have a feeling she's going to start with this because it's in front of her and she wanted scallop crudo. It's really pretty. It's got a little bit of red tobiko. Hotate. And it looks like jalapeno on there. Sorry, I wasn't reading the descriptions very well, so I'm a little bit behind, but it looks like it has
It
got a
doesn't
little
look
bit.
like jalapeno.
What is this green stuff?
Oh yeah, this is.
Apparently, she has a different perspective of jalapeno than I do.
It is jalapeno, you're right. But
Ooh.
this one doesn't. Oh, it is. But that bottom, it looks like cucumber. I'm not sure.
It looks almost like pickles. I'm not quite sure what this is.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
looks like
start.
pickle.
I think it's like a, I guess what we call in Hawaii namasu. The Japanese would call it sunomono. But these are very nice, thin slices of scallop, raw, with looks like the black salt, the lava salt, some red tobiko.
The scallop is really sweet, and the pepper is not very spicy. So
But what I like is the drizzle of olive oil, which gives it sort of that green nuttiness. But you got the sweet, the tart, the pickles, a little bit of salt, and that scallop really is naturally sweet. And it's just kind of voluptuous on the palate.
this is what crudo should be. A lot of people do too much.
It's really clean, simple flavor. So if you like your food with a lot of seasoning and all that kind of stuff, this might not be the dish for you. But if you're a purist, like we are, where we want to enjoy the flavor of the ingredients and appreciate that natural sweetness or savory quality, then this is a great dish. Here's the ahi poke. It looks like you've got inamon on here, some limu, some seaweed. So you get the kukui nut, the seaweed. I approve. Just the right saltiness. You get a little bit of this cucumber,
Good to know.
the crunch onions.
Good to know he approves.
Really delicate. But it's just got the right amount of seasoning, so it's not over salty. It's not overly, briny. And the ahi is a very good quality. It's just got this beautiful, opulent color.
And you can
This
taste the
is-
inamona. Did you say that?
Yep, I said that. She's not paying attention. She's like my wife.
I'm eating.
There's this little baguette.
I'm going to take the big one. Oh, it's really soft.
I'm gonna take a nice. This bread is very chewy, almost as if there was like mochi in here.
Oh, this one feels chewy too. It's like
Yeah, it's got a-
really soft and bouncy.
Yeah, it's got a really pliable quality to it if you look at it. It's springy,
Oh, it's really good though.
but the taste is amazing. So it's a little bit more chewy than what you're probably used to in most of the breads we have here in Hawaii, but it is got a great texture. The crust is chewy and hard. It's not crunchy, but when you get to that with the butter and that sweetness of the bread,
It's so good. This one is good too. Oh,
got a bigger version of this.
yeah, and I don't even like carbs. I'll have to eat the whole piece.
This is my weakness. It just doesn't go well necessarily with poke or maybe crudo, so you might just want to have it on its own. But we are having the chiopino, and the manchong. So maybe the sauce is going to be sop-worthy. At least the Chiopino is. So I'm looking forward to that.
I hope they bring us more bread.
Oh, and there's this holiday drink we're trying, by the way. With some apple ciderish.
It's on the restaurant week menu, but it's also a Christmas recipe, so they might have it around the whole holidays.
It's amazing. It's got this beautiful spicing.
French onion soup.
Yeah.
But what happened was, it's hot.
It's hot. It's because it's baked in this. Whoa, whoa! Oh, when I touched it, I knew it was hot. But
So what happened anyway was because we're sharing this dish, they split it. So that means double cheese. So he gets a cheese and I get a cheese.
yay!
Oh, it really pays to like share.
And then also a nice little bread, the toast point, or at least the bready part inside, which is made, I'm sure, with their
Oh yeah.
homemade stuff. And I'm guessing Gruyere on top, some type of Swiss. But look at that cheese. Oh, you gotta see this. Look at this cheesiness. Oh yeah.
It's really good. Sweet.
So Maui onion soup.
Sweet Maui onion. So good. It's like candy, really.
Wow.
Candy.
The onion is incredibly sweet. And even though, Swiss cheese can be really stinky, right? It smells pretty foul sometimes, but this sweet onion with the savory cheese,
Yeah.
it's a great combination. Beautiful dishes. So here's that mushroom crusted. Ooh, I wish you could smell this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's earthy. It's got that nice mushroom earthiness.
Because of the color, it looked like a rib, so I forgot what we ordered.
Yeah, you've got this giant bit of
It smells good.
bok choy and a marinated radish in here. And then this is the Chiopino. It's a little hot on the bottom, but you get all that seafood, mussels and clams, and you've got some head-on prawns. There you go.
It's kind of like, it should be in a bowl, really.
It is.
I lost my muscle here.
She has no muscle. I'm gonna do this. Just dip this.
I think we need extra bowls because Chiopino should really be in a bowl so we can get the broth.
Yeah, you want this lovely soupiness. Let's see.
But we can still start on the fish and the shrimp.
Wow.
So there's fish in here.
I can't stop saying The garlic butteriness on this bread, and it's really chewy, like you said earlier, makes for a great toast point.
This is probably a Hawaii shrimp.
Wow. This is really good dipping in. Just the broth alone is good.
Oh.
It's a little bit salty, but you got this earthy tomato broth.
Is there saffron in there?
It's spices and scented with, I think, saffron.
Oh yeah, that's good.
It's a very bold flavor of Chiopino, that's for
It
sure.
is salty.
But that's what makes it taste so good.
Don't mind the double dipping between friends.
Okay, I need to. I'm not going to get too much of the broth because it's going to get all over my plate. But
The fish should taste really good because of the salt in the broth.
get me my mussel and me shrimp. This is really hard. Wow. Okay, now I'm ready to dig in.
The shrimp is, the fish is really moist because a lot of times when you get Chiopino, it's like really dried out and overcooked.
I'm gonna start off with my least favorite seafood, mussel. I'm not a big mussel fan,
Really?
particularly.
Why?
I don't know. It's just big and it's very, very briny. But it's really good. And it's got that salted note from the broth. Oh wow. here with the clam.
It hasn't even been 5 minutes and we whacked that thing.
And the clam is still better, still my favorite. When it comes to the shellfish, really good flavors. Wow, this is fish. Moist. A little texture there, a little bit more. It doesn't fall apart that easily, but it's not chewy or dry or hard. So
This,
it's just right.
this herb toast is kind of lemony, so it has that fresh note.
I'm just gonna use my fingers for the shrimp. There's that problems here. If you, I don't mind eating it sometimes, but for some reason I think I just want to just enjoy that plump prawn quality. That's why you eat that with the vegetables that are salty. So it distributes the flavor perfectly.
Oh, it's not salty, this one?
Nope. It's actually kind of sweet. And the lemony toast point. Wow.
I like the prawn the best. Because it's not as salty as the other elements.
Anchong with the naj. No, it's poured on.
I want to try by itself.
Okay.
And I'm putting it on my bread plate because this one has the soup on it.
I kept half of it clean.
Wow, how do you keep such a clean plate? Mine's a mess.
I didn't put a whole lot of broth on it, that's why.
I tried not to.
Somebody's messy and
I
somebody's
tried
not.
not to. So this wonton has a mushroom crust.
This braised daikon.
Wow, that crust is flavorful.
Okay, I'm gonna get into this.
It's like
Bok choy.
very fine breadcrumb with mushrooms, and the mushroom flavor is intense.
Well,
Pass me the
that crust is nice. You know, and the fish is really moist. A lot of times, the fish can be dried out, and it's got a nice crust, good flavor, but the insides are just flaky and dry. This is not the case here. I'm gonna try some.
What's in that?
Let's see.
It's so good. It's like really rich and creamy. That's what happens when we didn't read the menu carefully.
But it's really lovely. I mean, so I need to
That's what I did.
suck out the tomato sauce.
So we made our own utensil with the clamshell.
Very delicate.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It really works well with the wonton.
And the banchan doesn't need moisture at all. It's fine just by itself, but it adds just a little bit dimension, a little bit more flavor. Not much, just enough.
He
to
was
make it
thinking
unique.
the fish would be kind of boring, but it is so good. I would order that again.
And the daikon is almost smoky.
Ooh, weird. This one?
Yeah. It's got a little bit of tart, a little bit of acidity, but a nice smoky quality. That
Bok choy. That's my greens. I will save the flour part for Sean. Wait, the flour portion is smaller, so I'll move the flour over. Oh, you can
let's just
grab
deal
it.
with this right now.
Yeah, just grab it.
The bok choy is so crisp.
Oh, is it?
It's so fresh, but yet it's got imbued with this lavish garlicky note.
I'm doing the pour. On the banchan.
She's singing as she's dousing her fish. A little weird if you ask me, but oh well.
Like, people think musicals can't be real, but why can't you break out singing on the street?
It's strange.
I think it's the most natural thing in the world.
Nobody stops what they're doing, all of a sudden just start singing.
I do.
No, and then all of a sudden a choreographed set of dancers come up behind you, and that's just not natural. Nobody does that. She's living in La La Land. That would be weird and annoying if people start dancing behind you as you're talking.
I think it would be fun.
Maybe I'm a pessimist.
That was so good.
It is, right? It's so smoky.
It really tastes like winter, like you're in a cabin in the woods and there's like a fireplace going. It was so awesome.
I know, and I only got a quarter of it, and she just ate the rest.
There was two.
Somebody, piggy. We were in Japan once, and I wanted her to try Haagen-Dazs green tea ice cream. So I got a small cup of it, and I took one bite, and I go, "Hey, you gotta try this." And it was my ice cream actually, but so she started eating, and she said she was full. Anyway, we walked down through Tokyo. By the time she returned it to me, I kid you not, there was a pea-shaped size. I'm small, seriously, a pea-shaped size bit of green tea ice cream left in that cup. She saved for me.
I thought you didn't walk by that time.
Yes, sharing is caring.
Because it was gonna melt.
See how thoughtful she was? She didn't want it to be melty on me.
Alright. How is this one?
It's so good, I'm gonna. With the naj.
I thought there was two pieces, like there were two pieces of bok choy.
Just one, but it's so good. It's just tart and smoky. So
it's like onsen food. So good.
Wow. This is really nice. But I want to get back to my soup as well because I really like the soup.
But we just wanted to eat these while they were hot. Because like that's the bane of every chef experience. That food writers always tend to eat their food cold because everybody's taking their pictures first.
We're guilty of that all the time. So buttery.
This is really good. Like monchong isn't even one of my favorite fishes, but this is so good.
I like monchong, but this mushroom crust really does add to it. But this is where ingredients are just done right. The bok choy maintains this real crispness. I don't think I've ever had bok choy this crispy, yet cooked. It's usually kind of soggy or almost maybe tender, but I like that crunch you get.
I like the crust. You talk about the crust too.
I did, a little bit. So you feel like the earthy mushroom quality, this crust is going to be something for you because you get that beautiful, it's that almost like dirt, like earthiness, but in a good way.
So good.
Well, Nadine breaks into song and dance. I'm going to finish my meal.
We're so happy. Have you seen us this happy before?
Only when we're eating. Good food though.
This is the chocolate lilikoi dessert.
It's a little lopsided, but it looks good. It's got a little bit of gold foil. It looks like there's a gummy drop on top. I'm not quite sure what this is.
And I don't know what these drops are.
The chocolate leaf. I'm assuming it's lilikoi. I think she caught on to the hint.
So there you have it. And we
Okay.
have like gold leaf on the other end, on the tail.
Luxurious desserts. Well, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let me guess where she's going to be biting into. Gold leaf. Why don't you go ahead?
Because it's on my side. It's pointed
She
in this
did it
direction.
on purpose. Here, you have the chocolate leaf. I'm going to put the gold leaf on my end.
Here, let's cut it in half.
Yes. Gold leaf is healthy.
I don't know. I'm a little bit scared of it. I'm always scared of eating metals.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I just made a mess.
But it is supposed to be pretty good for you.
Let's see. Oh, there's a little crunchiness in there. There's almost like a 13 layer.
I didn't get the crunch layer.
Wow.
Oh yeah. We like it.
It's like a mousse layer. And then you got this 13 and another sponge bottom. And it's lacquered with this beautiful mirrored chocolate, almost like a miwa. It is, wow. It's like a mousse cake on steroids. It's got all these textures, this fluffy, light, airy quality, the crunchiness, the sponginess. and the real dense chocolate thickness. This is ideal, an ideal dessert.
Yeah. And I'm actually not a dessert person because most desserts are like overly sweet or overly heavy, but this one is not that. This is so good. Yeah, I approve.
She approves. I want more of this. I need to. Have we forgot what this is? Let's forget what this is. I'm gonna cut this in half. It's like a little gummy.
Thank you.
Wow,
This chocolate mousse is so light.
so airy. Wow, I would have this again totally. About it, but there's not a lot of good dessert in town. You know, there's always
No,
kind of creative
there's
stuff,
not.
and people put too much fancy stuff,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't taste good. There's only a few good dessert spots in town, and I think this is going to be one of my new favorites.
And the setting here is really nice. I mean, it's really classically casual, pretty. In the day, it's really nice sunlight coming through the windows. So it's just a really nice, pleasant place to be.
Now you can't see it, but the ceiling reminds me of Hoku's at Kahala. And in here, it feels like an indoor version of House Without a Kid, Halekulani. But it's bright enough where you can see the food, you can see your company. It's slightly dimmed, so it feels a little bit more romantic, a little bit more classy. The service is spectacular. They're friendly, attentive, and well-trained, as you would have it
Thank you.
with Halekulani Hotel, of course, since it is their sister property. But it's a very casual luxury, and that's what I think I like about this place. The Chiopino, again, a little bit salty, so be careful if you're not into salty, because it builds. But overall, I think it's refined takes on different food, so makes it a nice, casual, but slightly fine dining feeling experience.
Yep. And this is such a great close to the meal.
Yeah, are you gonna have that?
No, you can have
Yay!
that. Because I had mine already.
I know. I want some of this. This was so good. I'm such a dessert fiend. Anyway, thanks for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed what we ate as much as we did.
Thank you.
See you later.
Aloha.
Aloha.